Welcome back, cats and kittens, to Joe vs. Al, episode 40. Things get kind of wonky here as Joe becomes enraged about boots and Al's game crashes, costing him, let's be honest, not a whole lot. It's Joe's turn to kick things off, so let's head on over to his fort. Here we are at Joe's fort.
Woohoo! Joe's fort.
I mean, he could be seriously traumatized, or he could just be slightly over.
I think it's probably just the daylight savings time.
That's true too.
By the time this comes out in 6 months, that won't make sense. Yes. But to us, that has just passed.
I think it's topical. But if someone listens to it next October or next March,
if they listen to it in October, they're going to really be confused. Daylight savings time? What are you talking about? But listen,
understand.
We're all okay because President Trump said he was okay with making it permanent. And that
like Arizona?
is the best thing that any president has ever said, ever.
I need... nation divided against itself cannot stand. That's not what you can do for your country, but... Oh, wait, I got that backwards. I need more pots. What's going on? No one's doing anything. I run into this problem in my own personal forts, too. They are doing things. Why aren't you making... You are making things. Why is nothing getting stored in my food thing?
Man, there was a big old wine sesh in the Dwarf Fortress subreddit. I think it was today. I was looking in there and somebody was like, I've got here's some advice I have for Toady. And the first one was like, you gotta stop focusing on new features and make sure the old stuff works. Also, here's a list of new features that I want you to implement. And then everybody was in the comments like, yeah, Toady sucks and the pots are bugged and sometimes seeds go in the wrong spot and that breaks the game. I never want to... I mean, they didn't say they didn't want to play a game, but it was odd.
If this is a bug, if I have pots galore and they're just not bringing them in, that's annoying. I mean, I can see the annoyances. Maybe one of these rounds they should just go in and bug fix.
Yeah. One of the big ones that everybody got on board with was the fact that armor stands don't work as armor stands. They don't actually
hold armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just sort of decorative.
That doesn't bother me as much.
It doesn't bother me as much either.
But a punch list update wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
I'm not saying that the's nothing anywhere in Dwarf Fortress
do you hate Toady, Al?
that could be improved. It just seemed like unnecessary griping to me.
Yes, Toady does amazing work, and I don't.
It's a buggy work. It's a buggy game.
It's a buggy work.
Yes, it's a horse and buggy.
And it's daylight savings time.
Yes. Shout out to all the people who are Amish watching this video, driving around in their horse and buggies. So what are you doing to solve this problem, Joe?
I'm just making pots. I don't know.
You're low on. Are you getting low on pots? Now last week we had a solution about pots.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to tell Griffin that because I wanted to see it.
Well, I'm just wondering if you're going to implement it this week. I'm not saying I have to go tweet it out.
I think I have just oodles of pots. Like, here, no, that's not right. How do I get my thing? What's one of my hotkeys?
Those do look like pots in that middle stockpile, but they might have stuff in them. You have 10 cooks.
There. Pot, 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 pot. Pot, 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 pot.
And what's the spam happening? Is it can't find no item to store food in?
Hot pibbity dog do? No, it's the miasma.
Oh.
The pots aren't coming in here and being used to store. I have pots galore, but no one's like, I'll bring a pot down there and move some stuff onto it.
That might just be a need for more haulers.
I mean, I have a fair amount of them. I understand that to some degree. Also, a meat explosion. This isn't the first time I've done that poorly. Butcher, 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 and the cook's like, we can't really keep up with this, so we're just gonna have meat rotting everywhere. Like, I get that, but I'm worried it's a bug and not a, you've got me worried now, basically. You're the worst.
Why don't you make a little pot stockpile down there so people who do want to haul things don't have to haul it very far?
So I should add, wait, where am I? Oh, I had no wood. Oh, man. I don't even know what a pot is.
Furniture, maybe?
1 second, I'm gonna turn off my fan. I forgot to do that. We're gonna find out. Finished goods? We'll make the stockpile first and then see what happens.
Yep. What? I was just agreeing with that's a good strategy. I'll also look it up.
Is it a tool? It might be a tool. Can I not just make an empty pot? Let's check furniture. Stuff, because I have my furniture / siege ammo, which is weird.
Man, you would think that it would include what it is.
Bins, boxes, and bags. But not pots. Large pots, food store. Okay, yes, it's furniture. You were correct. Furniture / siege ammo is what it is.
Yay!
Nope.
Pots are stored. There it is, yeah. In the large pots food storage section of the furniture stockpile.
I want bins too? Alright. No, I don't want bins. Just pots.
But under the Hall for Trade screen, they're under the tool subcategory.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, yes.
I'm gonna go make a post in the subreddit about how Toady needs to make that clearer. Because the game is unplayable.
Unplayable.
I shouldn't hate on the subreddit too much. They've sent us some YouTube views our way, and they are very helpful in many cases. That particular one struck me as just being a little bit of a pile-on sesh that didn't seem... It actually didn't seem like the kind of thing I would expect from that community. So that's sort of why I commented on it. Normally, they're super positive.
Great. Can't wait for the subreddit tomorrow. After this comes out, when did Joe and Al hate us?
Why are they talking about daylight savings time? That was 3 months ago.
Cut gems. Oh, you are my gem cutter. Interesting. So in my private save, I mean, we're talking about things that go wonky. I had a migration wave come in that contained some of my own soldiers.
Oh, like they left and then...
No, they were like in a squad. It was really confusing.
Oh, so you hadn't sent them out to do a raid or anything?
I guess, but they came back. I mean, it didn't happen until I did a raid, so that's probably linked. But they came back and they were all there. And then I got a migration wave, and some of them were my soldiers. And it was like 16 people in the migration wave, so I know it wasn't, why aren't you cutting these trees?
Well, maybe, that's what I'm saying, though, is maybe they're out on their raid, they sort of link up with the other dwarves who are coming in to, to be at your place. They're like, hey, why don't we all travel together? Safety in numbers, and we're pretty good at fighting. We've brought this beak dog back.
But some of that squad were not in that migration wave. It was confusing.
Maybe they died. Or maybe they got lost, separated. Who knows?
I mean, I understand what you're saying from like a storytelling standpoint. Is that supposed to happen in the game?
I mean, that's what Dwarf Fortress does so well, is it like gets those kind of details right.
That's like a bug. I feel like that would be incorrect.
Okay.
Oh, 3 logs. That's terrible.
You're chopping down like one bamboo stick.
There's a big one. Hopefully that hits someone on the head.
all of your log guys working together, dropping logs on each other.
Pretty much. This is terrible cutting protocol. I have seen... I don't know why I've seen it so often. Maybe I just kept going on Reddit that day? There's a guy whose first initial move, his opening gambit was to have his guy cut a tree and then get hit in the head by a log and die. I was like, great.
Oh, I thought you meant he did that on purpose. I was like, how do you arrange that? How do you be like, all right, guys, now listen, this ain't no dropping a whole, 10 by 10 square into a pit, but it's the next best thing. What you got to do is intentionally drop a tree on your guy's head. This is my opening gambit.
What am I doing? Albert's talking, my brain shut down.
You got people being stung by honeybees. Are you cultivating those honeybees? I forget if that's this fort or another fort.
Yep, they're there. I'm doing bee stuff. But, again, not a priority. My priority is figuring out my stockpiles. And partly I needed wood for that. There they are. There are the barrels, just sitting there. And a bin. It may be just work. I have too many things to do.
I mean, there's so many of those that they're going to have to go and carry one at a time. If it's every purple thing... I can't tell if the purple gems over the workshops on the left are actual things, or is that just miasma?
Where? On the left?
On the left of the square room.
I mean, this is full of... It's full of pots and biscuits, and I mean, yeah, I think it might just be a hauling thing.
Some of these already have tasks on them. People are trying to haul them, they're just...
Or eat them.
Or eat them, I guess, yeah.
If they've already put down here, will they like go grab a pot and then put it here and then take this whole section, put it into a pot, or is it just like, well, that space is occupied and it's just the correct thing in the stockpile, so
I don't know if I understood what you were asking, Joe, and I'm sorry, I've failed you.
Will they consolidate the loose stuff, all these meals that are in the stockpile, and put them into a barrel? or pot?
I think they
Or
will over time,
will
but
that-
again, it takes time, right? Like,
I don't know that consolidating is... Because I know that's not in things like RimWorld automatically. They had to put a mod to put that in, so I'm not sure that kind of thinking is that easy to code.
you gotta think about the fact that each one of these individual dwarves needs to have a theory of mind to be able to, like,
Be
figure
neat.
out where it's going and what it needs, what he or she needs to be doing.
If only I had more space.
Yep. Eternal struggle.
Yeah. What did I do?
You moved your cursor around a lot. That was... Wow.
I was trying to mine. Apparently I didn't hit enter the first time. There.
What in the world is this about? You just need rocks?
It's just gonna be... no, I just need space. I'm just gonna make a giant stockpile down there.
Okay.
Hope that helps.
I guess it could help. It's gonna be a nice stockpile.
Dwarves love cooking in the rain.
So here we are
Cheater.
in my fort.
like you
Albert's
always
Cook
cheat.
Challenge. Now, last week I noticed
Interrupted
that...
by a giant mantis. You have
That's
the
fine.
coolest animals.
Here's the problem, though. This guy right here is at a level 1, and he was a level 1 the entire time last week. What is he doing? Is he injured?
What is he doing? He appears to be injured, yes.
He's resting.
Like it's his job.
This
While your
guy
cooks are not happy.
is
Like
11
dentists?
on... That's
You're
not
gonna
helpful.
fall for it again? Why are your cooks so sad?
Are they sad?
The first line of colors, the first bar of colors is mood.
Huh. Let's see. Horrified after witnessing death.
Wait, are they just any
Exasperation
death?
when caught in the rain. Oh, I know why they're sad, Joe.
Oh, God.
Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. They're sad because I made them cook in the open air. That's something they don't show you in the
What is
Great
that
British
stockpile?
Bake Off. What?
What is that stockpile?
Well, it's supposed to be stone.
Okay. Why? Don't you need blocks?
I think I was just making it out of, just like having some granite right there.
I completely blanked. It's been so long since I did that.
Yeah, you can build them with blocks. It'll go faster.
Yeah, why would we want that though? I completely forgot they were cooking in the rain.
Okay, so we have a new migration wave. Let's check these guys out. Migration wave. Actually, let's just read. Does not appear to be anybody good at cooking in the new migration wave. Let's see what they are good at.
Well, again, we're supposed to be looking at rolls.
Holy cow, this is a lot of people.
In the rolls tabs.
So you say rolls here?
Yes, and then the cook, how high they are on that is how quickly they'll learn it, I guess? But everyone seems to be about 50. Or how good they are? I don't know. This is their inclination for something. Man, no one's good at anything
Everybody
here.
who's on seems to be in the like high 60s.
Yeah, maybe that's not it.
Well, there's also attributes.
No, that's not it.
That's definitely not. Other skills.
It's the finest controller?
Yeah. No, it must be rolls. Anybody? I mean, these guys. Some of these guys are okay at potentially cooking.
Yeah,
Put
I
this
mean,
guy
in
on
the
for
50s. Ooh, Urist. You have a Urist. What is he?
Yeah,
Why is he
have a
blue?
jurist. Clear all labors. Commit. I'm gonna
Why
have
is
11
Urist
cooks,
blue?
Joe.
Why is Urist blue?
Why is he blue? That's a good question.
He's your hammerman. How did that happen?
I guess he
See?
rolled up with a hammer. He's somewhat quarrelsome.
One of your nobles just arrived in a migration wave.
Well, I don't think I had a
have to-
hammerman beforehand, so he probably
You
like,
have to
was
make a hammer. You have to designate it.
Apparently not. Well, no.
so
Okay, so he
confused.
can be. I'm so confused.
Yeah, again, this is happening to me. Weird things like this.
No
But
relevant skill.
there he
hammer
is.
dwarf, hammer dwarf. I have several hammer dwarfs with no relevant skills.
I guess they're just. You're right. They're just like out of work punishers. Just
gonna leave
vigilantes
'em.
looking for a job.
We're making lots and lots of good stuff. All right, we're gonna go ahead back over here. Sort by cooking.
Oh, it's so sad.
Not and by separate by nothing. Okay, we have a new cook on the block.
New cook on the block. He's in your military, it looks like.
Okay, we'll kick him out of that in a minute. Wait, he was from the new migration wave. How is he in my military?
Again, I don't know. His current job it might not be. It looks like military. That
Okay.
shield is in the military, right?
Right here?
Nope. Nope.
Farmer?
Oh, that's not the guy, for starters.
Hammerman.
That's the guy, but then look at the shield, the current job.
He's in... Yep, it says spar.
But he's... I guess if he's a soldier, maybe this is what was happening. They just, like, professional soldiers are coming over? And they just,
maybe?
It's like a work share program, and they hang out in the barracks and stuff. I guess that could be what was happening to me. It's real weird. I'll tell you that much.
This guy's not anything. Get him out of there. Can I remove him from this screen?
Possibly. Customization?
I could send him to another place.
Yeah, you want to look at this screen, that whole sending and stuff.
Okay, we're gonna check this out. So this is the world map. Tells you where you're at. Not that one. Sorry, Shift W. No, it's just C.
Idea.
Now H is for holdings and tribute. I don't have anybody that appears to be like loyal to me.
You can demand tribute, right?
I could from up here, I guess.
Or send the creepy tick. Or, I mean, you wanted to send, you didn't want to demand tribute, you wanted to send the werewolf mammoth there.
Yes, but I don't have any place that, like, none of these guys are my holdings.
Oh, it has to be allied with you to demand.
Your civilization's doing better than mine.
Yes.
Is what's happening.
Well, can you send the weremammoth to attack?
He'll just come back, though. I don't want that.
Or he'll die.
Maybe? I'm gonna have my taught vessels guy go on raid.
But I thought you could specify, like, demand tribute or interrupted by a Joe work. Or is that not the version we're on?
It might be the version we're on, but I'm not sure. Okay, so currently we have...
Oh, look.
I want to mess around with stockpiles here. So I want a stockpile from which I can draw ingredients.
That's not what I wanted. Yes.
So we're going to change it to food. Not this. Disable those. I want to make sure these guys are working as... So we're going to toggle off prepared food.
Raids,
no prepared
explosions,
food.
artifact.
Everything else is
44,
formidable.
1, 2.
What's a cheese plant?
It's a cheese plant. It's where they manufacture cheese, Albert.
Okay.
It's like an automobile plant, but...
Yeah, I get you. I just want to make sure that this is happening relatively efficiently. How is my building going? It's okay.
Oh, this is so cool.
Why aren't you using the blocks from the stockpile?
Because they're
stupid. Goes downstairs and oh, I know why.
Oh,
it's because technically they're not... Oh, that's annoying.
What? Why?
So I think there's some blocks that are like a couple of Z levels down, and they're like, well, those are closer technically than these ones that are over here on the roof.
You think? I think they just don't like... Well, for starters, you could have designated those blocks specifically, right? But I guess you're right, the distance away might not calculate pathing, it might just be...
What are you saying about designated these blocks specifically? I can't make this stockpile feed only to this construction project.
No, but when you build a floor, you choose what blocks to use.
Yes, that's correct.
And you chose the closest ones, I see what you're saying.
I thought so that because I built these right here by that they would be the closest ones. I was wrong, Joe. It turns out. I guess I'll go ahead and make another stone stockpile here. Maybe I'll build the next thing and it won't be as far.
This is bound to work now.
I'm gonna build some wheelbarrows. Barrows?
What did you say the first time?
Wheelbarrows?
Barrows?
Wheelbarrows? I don't know what I said. Maybe I said the right thing, Joe.
Weebaboos?
Alright, we got a lot of good stuff happening here. Now what happened? Did one of my kitchens get toppled? Or two of them? Because I'm pretty sure there used to be some right here. We're gonna go ahead and throw that down. And another one right here. I'm gonna make it with charcoal.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, that managing these moods is... Hey, you have miasma. I didn't think you could get miasma.
I didn't think I could either. Maybe it's from down?
I guess you covered that. It's technically not outdoors anymore.
No, so the up above here, this can have miasma because that was dug out. This is my smelter. I don't know what is happening there exactly. Oh, we're out of... Let's see. I guess we'll smelt silver ore.
Silver ore. Silver ore.
And I don't know what cassiterite makes, but we'll do some of that after the silver's all gone.
I want to say it's tin, but I'll double check that. There's zinc? Or did you just said?
Alright, he's transformed into a were-mammoth. Okay.
And then you can use that plus copper to make bronze, or pewter, or fine pewter. Sweet pewter. This is fine pewter.
Sweet pewter.
Actually, that looks pretty sweet. A fine pewter jug. It's quite nice.
That sounds like something you'd see on like one of those primitive living type channels.
No, pewter appears to be pretty advanced. Not like rocket science, but it's like a really nice stainless looking thing.
Now, we talked about tallow being a potentially good thing to be doing. Does that happen at the kitchen, or am I misremembering that?
It happens at the kitchen. It's an auto thing.
Every time you slaughter...
Someone's grabbing that fat and boiling it, rendering it. It also, I mean, I saved my tallow for soap, but it's an ingredient. It's a usable ingredient. You can have tallow biscuits. The only thing I have written down for this segment is Holt skin flaps.
What's up with this? Is that a statue stockpile up there above?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Are you sure you don't want to just abandon that idea and make that a food stockpile?
Albert,
you have 4.
Listen.
No, I'm sorry. There's 5. 5 whole statues in there.
Who?
What does that mean?
That means that the hillocks of Sealrang have been founded nearly a day's travel to the north and incorporated into my holdings. My squad's doing. I like how I haven't even mentioned cooks yet.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to show how things were going. Oh yeah, you're up to 10. What did we say was the cutoff?
We never did. And I've been back and forth on this in my mind a lot. I mean, isn't this stage of the thing part of the challenge? Like when it's out of control and you have miasma everywhere? Like just because we're getting a little, maybe a new challenge would be fun. I almost feel like we should do 20 level chefs. Teach us right also for just being flippant about our goals.
Okay.
And again, this is part of it. Like we sort of poo-poo this end game a lot, and I feel like I'm into finishing games a lot recently, or trying to. I'm like, I never finish any games. So I kind of, for now, unless it like really drags out, but I wouldn't mind going 10, 20s.
Okay.
Also, there's an animal tab here.
Yeah?
Oh my god, is this much easier to look at than the, and you can butcher from here, I guess is the big thing.
So you're not now discovering this?
No, I was watching someone play and they used this tab and I was like, wow, that's easier than the way I've been doing it.
I never looked at those tabs before.
I had, but I guess I didn't realize. I was like, okay, great, I can see the agility of my ram. But being able to be like, okay, we want to keep 1 cow. We have a bowl, great, so let's butcher those. Actually, let's not, because I'm swimming in mead, but you get the idea. And I'm always like, do I have water
citizens
buffalo, or...
To this new site that you own, by the way. This holding.
Expel them?
According to this.
I don't know what that means. But let's just... I want these bolts to age. How old are you? Can you tell me that? You're a year old. Why aren't you aged? A small forest bird known for the distinctive flaps of skin hanging from its face.
Oh, wait. This one might be... I'm sorry. I'm still reading about holdings because it's exciting. So I've diverted my attention somewhat. But
this crap that I'm doing on the screen.
So that your civilization may also found a new type of a fort nearby. If it's close, they will end up sort of under your management. Mm-hmm. And you can request people from that holding. So you can send people to some kinds of holdings, and other kinds you can be like, send me some workers.
Can you request specific? Can be like, I need your best armor?
Yes.
And we're on the most up-to-date version currently, right?
No.
Cool. Do I have... hang on. Some of the people don't have boots. It's really annoying. Oh, another thing I've learned in my private playthrough, you have boots. You have 1 boot. This is probably confusing you. I don't know what this is. Is this a boot? It is a boot. Okay. So up here, replace clothing. Mm-hmm. So you can toggle, they'll just throw their armor on over their clothes, or they'll replace their clothes with armor.
Right.
It starts by default just over, because you usually don't have a full set. They won't put boots on over socks, and it's really annoying. Or shoes.
They must have a different definition of socks.
Yeah, they
just treat them like footwear, I guess, or just like incredibly tough socks. I could see that being a thing in the near future.
Tough socks?
Well, like fabric advancing to the point where it's just like you just wear these socks. They have like, I mean, there's already sort of footy socks They have the rubber underneath. If you can make them water resistant, although I guess shoes aren't water resistant, so even that's not the big deal.
Artifacts on. I don't know what they are. But you have your freaking put your stupid iron breastplate on. Ooh, and an iron mail shirt. Alright, I don't know what this guy's doing. He clearly has everything designated. I just hate him.
So yeah, you can send a messenger to your holding and request workers.
He doesn't have a sword. Eat her.
Eat who?
Hilarious.
Hey, there's an actual Urist in the wild, Joe.
Yep, Urist Oldsdibble. This guy's claiming he doesn't have his swords, so I'm thinking these all are bunk complaints. These people are just idiots. Okay, a gauntlet I can try and find. K-Doll.
Look, uncovered.
K-Doll.
K-Doll.
Alright, so we'll get you specific stuff. What don't you have, sir? Legs, helm, gauntlet.
He doesn't have legs. He came over from Caves of Cud.
Too soon.
It really is. Although, we should get back into adventure mode, too, one of these days. I always say.
We came up with that great idea for a challenge last time.
I forget what it was.
200 rings?
Oh. Yeah, but you would have to, like, find each individual one of them.
I have no idea how that would work. I don't know how left, right. Oh, also, boots are just boots, but gauntlets have left and right to them. So that's fun. I forget offhand how prevalent rings are in adventure mode. We could possibly go into the files and be like, more rings in the world, but I don't know how that works. Okay.
There must be 200 rings in the standard world, though, right?
Yeah, but that's like... Nope. Let's find all the rings, essentially. Oh no, did I buy animals?
Do you ever look at the Google Doodle, Joe?
Yeah.
The one yesterday was celebrating the 30th anniversary of the internet, and I was like, that's younger than me. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm older than this thing that we're using every day and has become an integral part of basically all life. At least
when do they pin the date to? The technical... Because that happens a lot. Like, this is the 30th...
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there were... I know that people were able to, like, they had teletypes and stuff back in the 60s. But even so, I remember... The thing is, I remember my dad talking to me about how, like, he knew a guy who had the internet. Like, it was some college professor,
I know a guy,
right, who was able to afford, because of being a professor, not because they have a lot of money, but because, you know, that was for research purposes and stuff, that he had the distinct luxury of being able to access the internet. He built, like, a house for this guy, and, you know, like, it was... I remember him talking about that, like, you know, one day the internet's gonna be bigger, and I also remember him saying that, and this seems so fanciful to me at the time, that there were people in the world who were trying to get to the point where they could exist without cash.
Right,
like they could just live their lives with, you know, sort of bank payments and you know, automatic transfer and stuff like that. And to me, that was like wild space age stuff to young Albert, and now here I am as not a very old adult thinking, like, man, the world just up and changed.
You sound so old. But yes, it did.
Well, I was with my mom talking about hand crank washers, so I'm not, you know,
God,
at
really?
least I'm not that old.
My mom talks about...
They weren't a necessity when she was coming up, but they had one in their house because they didn't have room in the trailer they lived in for a electric washer.
There's also a very big difference in, like, where you were at the time. My mom was pretty rural, and she has some pretty old stuff that came up in her when she was growing up. Like, a party line was a big deal for her. So essentially, the phone company would run a line out and then be like, all right, all you houses out here, you're this number. And people just share a phone number, and so you pick it up, and if someone else was on a call, I'd be like, oh, Marge's down the street still talking to, you know, her son. I can't make a call yet. But you could also just hang out and listen to the phone.
I could see that. I could see the utility of that for sure.
It was great. It went from no phone to the ability to use a phone at times. So they were like, yeah, whatever. This is fantastic.
I forget what I was reading, but one of the very early phone solutions for farmers was to run the phone signal through the barbed wire fence.
Okay, that makes sense.
That they had strung up. It wasn't great because barbed wire isn't supposed to be a electricity conductor, but it gets by.
Yeah. Remove that.
You must take from the choicest part of the beaked hog to get a good steak.
What do we have here? We got a dog we could... No, those are all owned. My bad.
Again, the Dwarf Therapist screen is a lot easier to read.
We're going to slaughter all these beak dogs. I'm not going to train them, realistically, Joe.
Okay.
So there's no reason to keep them around.
It's true.
Prickleberry biscuits? I don't know if we can actually eat any of the beak dog stuff.
Also a good question. I can look that up.
Oh, who's been found dead?
Yeah, some guy.
The woodcrafter.
You definitely get meat, fat, brain, heart, lungs, intestines, liver,
we've got
kidneys,
blind... Oh, wait, no, these guys are the ones who are locked off.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Interesting.
Just a family of blind ogres wandering around.
I don't know how he was suddenly... So this guy's been surviving... You remember like 5 episodes ago when we blocked him in there? He's been like Robinson Crusoe of the caves.
He just got killed by a bunch of blind cave ogres? That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. We're going to cancel this construction.
X, 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 X.
Oh, yeah.
No. Just keep hitting X and it like spirals out. That's actually kind of fun to watch.
I don't think it... Oh, it did go. Keep going. It stops at a certain point.
Agreed.
When I think
it
when
went
you
further
get
than I
to
expected. Now it's all uneven. You have to do them weird. You can play Tetris.
Yeah, I know.
Distance 2. That's those two right there. You can see them. And then looks like it's.
This is distance 22.
Looks like I.
And there's 99 of them.
Let's auto select. Yay! I don't know. Did it just do it? Oh.
No, I think you have to. That's auto select.
It. Okay. The auto select knows what it's doing.
I'm sure it doesn't.
That's the spirit. Yes.
What?
Yay, I knew that was gonna happen.
Wall.
I almost said the more of this you do, the higher your odds of building a wall instead of a floor.
It was not inaccurate.
But I didn't say it ahead of time, so I don't look as smart.
I hate when I do that when I like have a thought about a TV show, or I'm like, I bet it's gonna go this way, but I don't say it out loud. Mm-hmm. And then later on it goes that way, and I'm like, I knew that was gonna happen.
Sure you did. Sure you did, dear. What you doing?
I'm trying to figure out where this... Oh, I know what this is. These guys are sleeping in these rooms, and then throwing food on the ground, I think.
Or it's just... I don't know what that is over there. What are those random tables and chairs and doors?
This is all forbidden.
That must have been from a fight?
Must have been.
I don't know what's going on here for it. Or mine, for that matter.
There's rotten
prickleberry biscuit from
which
a fight,
was not allowed to
be
picked up.
Interesting.
Granite throw. Yeah, obviously that's...
There's another one.
Why are these prickleberry biscuits forbidden? I don't...
When people die in a fight, the stuff they drop is forbidden so that people don't go running out into the middle of a battle to try and pick up socks. It's possible that one of your tantruming dwarves got killed there.
Yeah,
dropped
there's
his
another
prickleberry
something
biscuit.
Right here, I think. Those are tasked. They're doing something with those. Ah, all right.
You have my problem now. Too much stuff.
One of my cooks was throwing a tantrum.
That's good.
Earlier. It's not good. It's really not. I think he knocked over another kitchen.
Do you have a sheriff and a jail?
I don't think. It's captain of the guard now. Oh, I do have one. I don't have a jail. That's what I did. I didn't designate a jail. How do I make a jail, Joe? Chains?
Yeah, ropes or chains.
Did I? Okay, yeah. I don't know if I have the stuff for... It'll be nice. It'll be a nice jail.
I mean, 1%. You want that, apparently, because if they sit in there, they're already mopey. If they sit in a jail where, there's a goblin walking around, that's that's crap, then they get super mopey. Something else
I
you
hate
can
to
do?
put my cook under arrest, though,
But I don't
know what else to do.
Is your mayor's room all worked out? You can make these statues into a statuary. Ooh, it's like rising. It's like a smoke signal.
Yeah.
I started doing that with my statues, making some of them into sculpture gardens.
Sculpture garden?
Just because maybe that makes.
Now
them
we
go
also
scared.
should have the serrated disc thing happening
Oh yeah.
a little bit more. So let's see about. We have the weapon trap. That's a W. Got some room to build one right here. It looks like. And then we're gonna make
up. It is. Yes. Oh, I want something to come through there so badly.
I'm worried that people are knocking them down.
And it can happen if your fort's upset. Again, that's why I'm sort of for like, well, let's try and finish this out, because both of our forts are kind of teetering on
Yeah.
bad moods, and it seems like we're just quitting if we say that the challenge is over already. This is the more challenging part of the challenge. Also, my soldiers won't wear pants.
Am I designating the same things over? Oh, what crap.
What?
I'm not doing the finish.
Hit D at the end. What were you
Yeah,
hitting, escape?
I know. It's. I don't know why that's. You know what? It's. Yeah, that's my bad.
Certainly not Toadie's fault.
It's not.
I was looking something up. How many did you think you had made?
Like 5. And I noticed the thing wasn't going down. I was like, why isn't that going down?
It's an infinite number of large serrated blades.
Well, that's what it started tipping me off. I was like, wait a minute, I keep selecting this and it's 90 some.
This is the fastest you can do this.
I'm
Or
not the human macro, Joe.
I know, but
Plus, I was doing it faster earlier. Guess what happened?
okay, if you're afraid of doing the same mistake again, I can see that, but
All right, that's something.
it is indeed.
Struck hematite.
It's horrified people. The auto thing seems
People
to
are
be doing
still
well.
cooking masterpieces, so that's nice.
Why is everyone horrified? This gets hard when you're at like 120 people and they're all annoying.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something around here or if they're just. Once again, here's a ghost.
I see it. Do you at home see it?
Is it something beyond the ghost?
Nope, it was the ghost. Hey, that's where I'd start.
Has not been properly memorialized or buried. Now, I believe we had some stuff we built. So we got to go to the Craftsdwarf's workshop and ask for a thing to be built. Engraved memorial slab. Oh, I forgot what his MoMA's?
I mean, if it's a ghost, it's a ghost. There's no reason
Are
not
all of
to.
these ghosts? Oh, okay, I see. Right, yes.
You apparently have 2 ghosts, and you've learned about it now because of one ghost. One ghost tipped the hand of the other ghost. Hey, Kogan became a
Well,
cook.
we did see the other guy die.
I guess.
Like, we got tipped off of the guy in the cavern, so he might be throwing a tantrum. He won't forge the iron wheelbarrow.
Something just got toppled. I guess that's... Man, what is happening? I'm worried this is where my fort's headed. You're really... This is a
Cancels
real...
report crime. Horrified.
This is a real eye-opener.
Okay, can we build... How do you build the chains? Can we see if we can build any of the... I guess I can just go to the JM menu.
I want to say it's V? Oh, forge.
Okay.
I want to say it's V, I'm not sure.
Yep.
I like it.
That might not be enough, Joe.
I mean, they get out of jail eventually.
I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and have them smooth over here. I don't know if I actually have any smoothers designated.
I've never, like... I wonder if we're going to pull out of this. This is the first time I've thought this about this fort.
What, that it could have a tantrum spiral and just die?
Yeah, if this is a death spiral for this fort, or if you'd be able to recover this. It's winter now.
Has arrived on the calendar?
That's nice. That improves everyone's mood. A little snow in the air, Christmas tree up in the park, roasted chestnuts, that smell of wood
We probably
burning.
could get some roasted chestnuts.
Chestnuts being cooked by 10 different cooks.
Well, except for the ones that are throwing tantrums.
Except for the ones who are in jail. Yuletide songs being sung by
Wait
a
a minute,
ghost.
why? So this guy's in the kitchen, but he's got like the exclamation point on him?
Yeah, it's not always, like, depending on the color, it can be hungry or sad, or it doesn't always mean possessed.
Okay.
I don't know what orange means.
And keep building workshops, guys.
Oh my god, look at that. That's what happens. That's why all the chairs and tables are scattered, because the workshop got knocked over and it just goes everything that's in it.
Yep.
I would... Well, oh, the turkey's dead? Someone just killed a turkey? For no reason? Not like slaughtered.
It might have been in here. No, these are just cages I built for no reason.
They had stuff in them. They had animals in them.
Okay.
That's easily the most adorable thing I have turned into soap.
So I got... My coal making has slowed to a halt. I gotta get this back on guard. Back on track. Oh,
Back
someone's
on
dead.
track.
Oh, also, do I have a... Yes, justice. Anything... Here, put you into jail. I've been doing that. I don't quite know what it does. I think it does something.
You should send him to that other site. I really want to see you interact with that menu.
Nope. I might send a squad. I might raid something again.
Well, that's... You don't want to raid your own site.
No, I'll raid some goblins or something. Ugh. This is annoying. I think there's an S at the end of armor. Armor.
What
Iron
now?
helm. Iron helm. Armor S. But the boots don't have it. It's confusing. Anyway, I have to look up Aban and see if he has a stupid, what, pants? Pants.
Pants.
Yeah, I need specific. Man, that's not what I wanted. Legs. Specific pants. Boots. Also, what is this? 10-10?
Yeah?
I have an open slot here, which is confusing. I'll give it to this hammerer because he's a hammerer. And we're done. I don't know what that's about.
Make sure he's not one of your cooks. For some reason.
No, stop this, Zan. You're fine. Well, here I've got 10 and 10 as well.
Hit read, I guess?
10 and 10. Well, I guess I just put one guy in. Eton.
Right.
Sam said. He's a miner.
Okay.
Oh, he's the hammerer. I see what's going on. I don't want him. I just want some schlub down here.
He's the sheriff.
Yeah. Well, no, he's the,
Well, what the next level up from the sheriff?
Well, sheriff, I see as like the, Zayneg, you're fine. You know, he does like the actual, mood. Detective work and stuff.
That's a bard.
And then, the hammer actually metes out justice. Like, actually hits people on the head and things. With a hammer.
I think the position just switches over, though.
No, it's, captain of the guard into sheriff is what happens.
Or reverse that, but yes.
Yes.
The sheriff grows into the captain of the
hammer
guard.
you have to designate separately. Ooh, I need some... Oh, I have a barony. Oh, that's right, I made some schlub to baron. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What, can walk us through what you're thinking here, Joe?
I have to set this guy up, otherwise... I don't know.
They'll be like, we don't have enough stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm trying to put more emphasis on this whole... My idiots need to be happy. I think it helps with these tantrums, because the tantrums are so... I never used to care, because the mood was not that difficult to manage, but it's gotten much harder with some recent updates. And I think that this helps. People can go sob to the Baron, maybe? And then I've never actually done the Baron.
Your theory has been the mayor was the one they could sob to.
Yeah, but I figured, more barons equals more, or more authority figures equals more.
They're not going to dig
to.
that faster unless you dig a path to it that's also ones.
Right. Occasionally, Albert.
In my experience, that's how that works.
I didn't really. That can't be good. What did he grab? I didn't
What can't be
notice.
good? What I missed the
He just
spam. You gotta
started
talk me through this.
the construction real fast after he claimed the thing. So.
Oh, well, it's just going to be something lame. I thought you meant like.
Yeah, I want a good.
Your fort was dumb. Dude.
Not.
Your fort is dumbed. How did my brain say those words? That's embarrassing.
I want to not be collecting webs also. Let's not waste time with that. We don't need silk that badly. There are other things that we need.
Your guy who's building the thing is also a bard, so...
Maybe it's going to be an awesome... I don't know.
Musical instrument?
Yes.
Recorder? Mm-hmm. You do also have quite a bit of stuff. Like, there's no reason why he shouldn't have been able to collect it all and, get going with something relatively complex.
I guess it just seems like he's... Okay, now... No? I can't smelt coal because my charcoal is going somewhere. Okay, he's about to make some charcoal. Beep, 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 beep. And...
How are you at making soap, Joe?
I'm making soap. We can look at soap in a second. We can build things out of soap. I want to make sure I get this. Yes, good.
You get soap blocks and build workshops out of them?
Yes. Let's see our soap.
That was one of the things that came up on that whining session of like, it's not good. And it was like, man, soap is really hard to make.
I have 120 bars of dog soap, 6 bars of pangolin soap. I've figured out soap. I know all the things. And when I say that, I mean I know all the bugs you have to work around to get soap made. You can't have, so you have to have you have to have lye, and lye is stored in buckets, which is annoying. Why is that guy dead? So in your lye stockpile, you'd think, okay, so we'll just put, some barrels in here and have tons of buckets of lye. They won't take the buckets out of the barrels. You have to just put on your floor a bunch of buckets of lye, and then they'll pick up the lye. You cannot have barrels in your lye stockpile. Oh, he was in jail. I see. You want to get him out of prison? Not out of prison. He's
Did
dead.
the hammer him really hard, or?
I don't know. I didn't see that. There's a lot all of a sudden going on that I'm trying to do, and I thought I had plenty of... Yeah, coffins. Alright, I guess that's just maybe a hauling thing again. Don't know where my miners are.
And you've got some masterpieces being engraved, so that's nice. A citron wood crown. Hey.
Maybe it'll look neat. So far we have not had even, silence face the pregnant warmth. It sounds nice. Decorated with wood. It menaces with wood and wood. Thanks!
Well, listen, they didn't use up any valuable resources. What is this?
This is my
this is
stockpile.
your insane stockpile.
Taking up all my miners' time.
That you designated as at a 1, by the way. No wonder your baron's quarters have not been dug.
Hush. It's fine.
You must dig out the stockpile now!
I wanted the stockpile really badly. I also want my pults to age up. I think that'll help a lot. Do you think they like having their private dining room, like they're just sitting here with nobody? Let's go eat alone again.
I don't know. I wouldn't like it, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If I lived alone, I think I would eat out a lot more. Just to be, around people when I was eating.
No. You just become full hermit.
Well, you do. I guess you do live alone, so...
Mm-hmm. Have you ever lived alone?
For about 3 months.
Okay. There was a transition period before marriage?
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm getting married. I want to make sure that, I can, I don't want to bring my wife into this sort of situation if I can't support myself. That seems like it would be kind of a dick move. Just to be like, well, we're depending on your paycheck too, because I wanted her to be able to help raise my kids. So, ultimately we wouldn't have her paycheck. And, when we had kids, we waited until 3 years to have kids, but still, I thought it would be a good idea to have those ducks in a row. So I moved out and lived alone.
So you got ducks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they came in my apartment, and that made me feel less lonely
So
when I ate.
You would say you weren't living alone. I see. Got it.
I did have a dog at the time. I will say that. He chewed up my couch legs, and I got very angry.
You trained them not to do that.
I did not do a good job of training him.
Troglodyte has grown to be a boy. Far out. Man, my designations are all over the place. Okay, fine.
What designations are you talking about?
So I decided to engrave this just to keep my stone people busy.
Right.
And I set that at 1, of course, because I'm stupid, but I also have my barons thing I want smooth. But I can't get any higher than 1. I'd have to cancel this.
You could take it down to 2.
A 4. Yeah, it's just stupid. Also, this is actually an interesting question. Will they engrave first or smooth first?
I thought you couldn't engrave unless you'd smoothed already.
I mean, will they finish engraving at 4 or go smooth at 1?
Oh, Well, it's the same skill.
Yeah.
So I think they'll go to the number 1.
So that at 5. Albert.
That's not what you wanted to do.
What is my brain doing?
I don't know. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart myself.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're fine.
You've got masterpieces
gone.
being engraved. You are... Oh, there's a few more statues in that stockpile, at least.
Oh, yeah. That's going to save my fort. Probably
Is it? You could definitely put some by the staircases so people see nice statues.
I've started doing that, yeah.
Running through. Frequently used walkways. Granite statue of dwarves.
No, office don't dine here.
Ah!
Fishing is cancelled.
Speaking of animals, got all those turkeys. I guess we should kill them.
Again, there's an animal screen in Dwarf Therapist that I find easier to use.
I actually don't mind this screen.
I always forget if I want to keep water buffalo or llamas, or I just get more of the animals listed on Dwarf Therapist so I can see
and I think, does it sort them by animal?
Yes.
Because that's handy.
Yay, where mammoth.
Forge iron wheelbarrow has been completed. Okay, I have to designate this as a jail.
Sign, yes. Make room.
Make room. Make room.
And then I think in the options it's used by justice.
By justice?
I don't know what... If you don't toggle that on, I'm not sure what you have. Some sort of weird BSDM thing. But, yes. You've properly designated a jail.
Okay, so now I need to make sure that my sheriff guy has nice rooms.
Probably.
So, have we designated all of our bedrooms here? We have not. They finally got all these built. This should make somebody happy.
Someone.
Alright, that one's good. Good. Alright.
Okay.
Now, I think we have a bedroom up here, which we have not designated to anybody.
Just throwing cloaks everywhere.
We'll go ahead and build a door. Put that in there. Do I have any statues? I've got some statues I can throw in there.
He probably wants certain things, too.
Oh, I know, he definitely does want, like, a dining room and a nice tomb and all kinds of stuff. We'll go ahead and designate it to him. Where? Oh, Militia Commander. Why is he green?
I don't know.
Auto-allocate to Militia Commander. On.
Fortress.
I'm gonna check on...
Okay.
Man, some of my guys are really leveling up, but some of them aren't. So,
The
what do I want
dwarves
to check
with
on?
beds have brown names, and the dwarves without have green names.
This guy's a level 9 smoother. He's in the taut vessel. Oh, no, he's not. We're gonna clear all labors. That's all you're doing right now, bud.
Why is he all angry?
Who?
The guy you're trying to toggle? Oh.
He's fine. His happiness is fine.
Okay.
This guy
that's the
is
guy's-
stricken by melancholy.
Yes. That guy's not doing as well.
Bemble is dehydrated.
It's probably someone throwing a thing? Tantrum? Probably?
I will not make the same mistake Joe did. I'm only designating these as a 3.
Nailed it. That'll save the fort.
I have no idea if it'll save the fort, Joe.
Is the fort in trouble, Albert? Real talk with Albert
Yes.
Berg.
Yeah, it's not doing as well as you would like it to do. As I would like it to do, in theory. Alright, we've got
Possession.
some guys who've just been possessed. I'm gonna go continue making this.
With auto select on, which is
Yeah,
interesting. It seemed to have worked.
it seems to have taken some of the stuff from over there,
Auto select is enabled, but it didn't do the thing?
I guess. Trying to figure out. I don't want tin bars. You know what? If we have blocks, we'll go ahead and use blocks.
Excellent. Your guild
That'll
has
be
been possessed.
faster. We're building the tent. Yeah, let's see if he grabs maize beer biscuits. Where's that Gelder at? We also need to build those memorial stockpiles. Iton, where are you at, man? I think that's just to the place where that happened.
Oh, there's that ghost.
And there are so many people just sitting here.
You have a lot of fishermen. They're just fishing and then dropping the mussels on the ground?
Yeah, well, they're not haulers, Joe.
And getting scared? I don't know what is happening. And
We
getting
should just
attacked by
cancel. You know what?
cobras?
We're gonna stop fishing. Everybody who's fishing.
It does seem to be a lot of your problems. Problem area.
I said sort by fishing. There we go.
That is a lot of unhappy people.
You guys are doing
A bad day at work is not
other
better than a good
things.
day at fishing. When the ghost of your dead friend shows up to haunt you, you're sitting in a pile of blood, bodies, and muscles. Attacked by king cobras.
You guys are all Joe works now. Maybe that'll help. I also need to build these memorial slabs. What's the memorial slab? Alternate end?
Alt S.
Alt S.
Beautiful.
We need expand.
Look at them all.
We have a lot that haven't been built.
You keep carving them but not building them.
Everybody's gonna be so happy. Can I leave that expanded, please?
No.
Apparently not. No.
These might be doubles. but I don't think that matters.
Everybody's gonna be so happy
I
when they
want
walk into the fort and see all of these memorial slabs to their friends that died.
I want those capital letters to spell something out really bad. They don't. Stim.
I can believe it, but like, I'm so embarrassed that I forgot to build these things.
Stim. I don't know if those are passable, by the way. They might be. A lot of things are.
I didn't block everything.
Okay, just saying.
Would you like to double check for us?
I can do that. I think. How do I know if they're passable? They aren't terribly valuable, but don't block movement. Ooh, artifact slabs. Spoilers. I can't read.
Okay. All right, so we're getting all those slabs built. We have to figure out where our guy who has the possession is. Iton. Where's my Iton at?
This is so cool.
Strange mood. He's a Joe work currently. Let's see. Possessed by unknown forces.
Oh man, I wish I could read this.
He's a novice bowyer, a high master gilder. I don't think he wants to do that. So I guess we need to build a bowyer workshop for him.
Yep.
Because my experience is that they're interested in doing like
whatever the highest
thing that their skill is in. Needs rough golden gems. Here comes somebody to build it. That's good stuff.
Oh my god.
Please come and... Oh, here he comes. Yep. And Kerchunk.
Yay!
He's claimed it. And now he goes to run off and get some stuff.
It's like a soup kitchen that you pay for?
He needs decent. He needs a tomb. Come on, 2 chests. Wait, isn't this the captain of the guard? Is this the captain of the guard? Eater? Oh, it's the mayor. And this is the captain of the guard. Current order. I didn't assign the table. Stupid Sigun. Sign chair. Sigun. Sign table. Sigun. There, just like that, he's... Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. I thought he'd be happy just like that. But he still wants a cabinet. God, this guy.
A granite cabinet.
Yeah.
That's fancy. Some people have granite countertops. I don't know anybody who has all granite cabinets.
I was thinking of an all-glass challenge, too. That might be interesting.
Well, everything in the fort has to be glass except
I don't
like
know.
the beds?
I haven't made glass in a while, and I was like, it's really not that hard. It could be neat. That also explains why these random people are coming in here and eating at this guy's table.
I love how that was the thing that kicked you off. Like, how do you feel about eating alone if you had your own apartment?
Apparently other people like it in the captain of the guard's quarters.
Yeah.
Rains. Oh, this bothers me so much.
I wonder if you could find a market for like the old style, what would you call it? I've seen it in westerns where they didn't have restaurants so much as they had like a table and the lady with the pot of stew that was what was for dinner that day.
Yep.
And you could eat that or not. Like, you didn't get a menu so much as you just had what they were having. Wonder if you could get that model going today again as like a super economical restaurant kind of a thing. I guess that's just the soup kitchen, but that you pay for.
Yeah, I don't really understand what you think is the big...
Oh, I don't know if it's a draw. Just thinking about it.
I don't know what Ziz and Kimball is. I can look this up. Ziz and Kimball.
It's a yakbone helm.
Okay, that's his helm. He has that, and he's also wearing... Stop that. Aromalin. A dog leather chouse? What's a chouse?
I'll look it up for you, Joe. How do you spell it again? How do you spell it?
C-H-A-U-S-S-E.
Well, it's an article of clothing.
Great! You've cracked it.
It's a footwear.
Oh, he's not wearing that no more.
I'm gonna look
I'm
one up.
assuming that was blocking him from, like, wearing normal stuff.
I'm gonna look for an image of a chouse.
Eurus doesn't have his boots. This is so irritating. Lost Eurus. Got boots, my dude. Alright, I'm gonna try this real quick. We're just gonna...
I Google image searched the word chouse, and it's just like a bunch of pictures of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then some pictures of people not wearing shoes for some reason.
Well, that's chouse. They're a chouse. You're a chouse. Everywhere a chouse.
A lot of people with a lot of these pictures are those boot helpers.
What's a boot helper?
It's like a wedge for the back of your foot, so you stick it in your shoe, so your boot is easier to get on.
I gotcha. Like a giant, like a long shoehorn?
Yes, very much like that.
If not exactly like that.
Armor for the legs typically made of mail, according to Wiktionary.
I think that's messing up my man's finished. Okay, brave. Make this nice for the Baron. Ain't nothing. Cooking, still moving along. My pulse old yet.
Some of them old pulse. You're about 40 minutes.
I know.
Time to start wrapping things up.
I believe I've done nothing.
I mean, you've done sort of the stuff you need to do. The thing is, like, as far as the challenge goes, you just need to survive long enough to let your guys keep cooking.
The thing is, everyone in the military gets screwed up because they can't find their boots or whatever, so they get sad if they have naked feet, chest, or legs. So they start to go on tantrum spirals. It's like putting them in the military is like death. It's a death sentence. It's very irritating.
In addition to the fact that they could, like, also die from fighting people.
Oh, you know what? There's also this I found. Here, when they're inactive, they're still uniformed. I just put them all onto... That's annoying. Inactive, hoping that they would sort of reset and put their stuff somewhere, and then when I activated them again, they would find it. But I forgot they were still in uniform. Also, who makes their people wear their uniforms when they're inactive? That seems like terrible.
That does seem like terrible.
Consolidate.
I think they used to let people... I was just listening to a podcast where the guy was talking about how in Canada it used to be that if you're wearing a uniform, you got, like, free bus rides wherever you wanted to go.
Happen.
So, I can
but, like, you're never at it... Like, when do you wash it? I guess you have multiple uniforms. But, like, give them a break, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
Well, I think once you get where the bus is taking you, then you would definitely take the uniform.
Then you wash the bus?
Then you wash the bus. Then you put the armor on the bus, and it has bus armor. These people are so confused.
You see the guy put armor on a gorilla?
No, but I want to.
It was a mod, I think. But yeah, he trained a war gorilla and put armor on him.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life, Joe.
No.
Man, why are you doing this to me? You could have had a real life gorilla armor.
Well, okay, we could do that. That's fine.
Wait, so he did... Now I'm actually confused. You did this in Dwarf Fortress?
Yep. Trained a war gorilla and put armor on him.
I didn't realize you could assign armor to your war animals. Every
Again,
animal I've ever wanted to train for war has always been lame, so I've never looked into it. Like
it is an init file. We can just toggle that on.
I guess. So you're saying gorillas aren't normally war trainable?
I don't know. That I don't know. And then the armor I think was a mod. The thing is, the gorilla, they can't level up in armor and stuff and armor wearing, so he would take like a month to get from like the barracks to the dining hall.
Because it was so heavy?
Yeah.
Or he was so bad at it?
Knights are, you can move in armor. I don't know. I was torn on whether that was authentic or not. I guess if you're really terrible at it, yeah, it won't work.
It is a gorilla also. Like, let's not discount that fact.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. At first I was like, yeah, gorillas should be able to do that. But then it's like, well, should he?
Maybe he's like freaked out by the clanking sound.
To every part of... Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to get these people to...
I think it's time to read your cooks and see where we're at in the challenge.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I don't know how to get these people to change out of their armor now. They're not active. They're not set to wear uniforms when they're not active. They're still wearing their armor. All right, cooking. Ka-chunk. 18, 12. Now again, I am...
You have none under 10.
Very much looking forward to when these guys
how much meat do they give versus... Man, that's so many pults. Versus when they're grown up.
That's going to be a big haul. I don't know, but again, remember fat rendering is a big thing?
Yep.
I think working through that's going to be help. But that'll do it for me in my, I don't know, treading water turn. And I wish I could get these idiots to have the right stupid things on their pants. Clearly Albert crashes the game on purpose. It's going to make a great crossbow. There's really nothing else I can make there.
Got wood. I don't know where he went. I don't know what he went to get.
Yay, he goes to the recursion.
A lot of people being put to rest, though. That's nice. Hopefully that'll help.
Yay. It tends to.
He's still running around.
How many ghosts did you have?
Rest. Well, it was like 10.
I mean, I think you made...
Oh, no!
What? Oh, no!
The game crashed.
Oh, no.
No.
Please enter the pin of the process to... When did you last... Uh-oh.
Well, we had it switch from winter, I want to say.
Oh, man.
B for backups visible. Any mode. What? Why aren't there any backups?
So we don't do that. We autosave,
Oh, we
but we
don't
don't back up.
It doesn't autosave when the season changes?
I mean, this is that autosave. That's not a backup. It's just the save.
Oh. Last saved at 10:14. So that was 10 minutes ago, Joe. Approximately.
Well, are you going to be able to recreate all of that?
I don't know if I can recreate all of it. I know, like, I'm definitely going to go in and replace those memorial slabs.
You might be getting to it earlier. You might actually be, getting it in earlier than you did before. Less horror.
Do we want to, like, leave this in the episode?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's your thing, so... I mean, you edit it, so I'm perfectly happy going ahead and building these, and then, we can call it.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. I had zero control over that.
Albert did it on purpose.
I don't think this is that much earlier. It took me about 10 minutes to place the last ones.
Are you prepared to carry on?
There are fewer of them this time.
Do you yield? I guess I'll ask that.
What, this time?
Yeah.
You just went on and on about how you didn't want to...
I mean, if you say it's done, if you want to quit, that's a different thing than us deciding to truncate the challenge.
Why would I want to quit?
Because I'm whooping your
now
butt.
getting good.
Okay. I just was offering you the option. It's gonna be real embarrassing.
Especially not... I don't want to quit after, like, a weird glitch that, boogered us up some.
Okay. The battle
That
continues.
is not cool. Now, they said in this version, they haven't built the...
In this timeline.
They haven't built the rest of the thing up here yet.
JFK lost to Nixon. You have auto select disabled. I don't know if that matters.
I don't know that it matters. I just selected blocks anyway to make the thing faster.
That's a good idea. I don't know why you're insisting on using stone. It's not something I really understood. Let's see some dwarves
Well, sometimes
put to rest.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
We're gonna build up... Now, did we ever build... in this timeline, did we build the chains? They're set to be built. They have not been built yet. I also don't think that we, in this timeline, took everybody
Canceled
out fishing.
That also means your noble's bedroom wasn't fleshed out. You didn't. Did you commit that?
I think I did. Brewer cancels drink. Too depressed.
You did.
That's a bad way.
Ghostly miner has been put to rest. Woo! This is great. This rewind is really helping Albert. Except for his
Getting things
cooks,
done a
which
lot
he
faster this time.
He lost skill with his cooks probably. But this other stuff.
And then we were gonna have put on people on stone detailing. Wait, what happened to my good stone detailer?
He probably died or got eaten by a ghost or something. You have some bad
I think
juju.
I put him on Joe work because he was also fishing.
He's not
Clear
in
all
there.
labors and
He's cool. He's not there.
right
all,
here.
all the Joe workers.
He was an 8.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. Hang on. Nope.
What?
All of the people were still selected for the Joe work switch. You just cleared everyone's labors.
Well, how come they still have labors then?
Scroll down? I don't know. I saw it happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I saw something weird happen. Sort by... So you can sort by total assigned labors? These guys don't have anything.
Yep, that's them. That's even more than I thought, though.
Well, some of them are like the were-mammoth.
Yeah, but still? Wow, Albert.
I couldn't find it. My bad.
Be sure to commit, then sign us out.
Okay, well, despite the, Stumbles dehydrated, I remember seeing that. Despite the difficulties that we've had here, I think, that was an okay turn. It was exciting, at least. A lot of tantrum spiral happening in my fort.
I think the rewind helped you there. You got those ghosts busted.
It might have.
You got the people stop going to the old haunted fishing hole.
I think I'm gonna have to redesignate all my bedrooms, so that'll be extra tricky. But no, we got a lot of stuff. Hopefully the fishermen going and seeing all their ghostly dead friends has been eliminated somehow. Looks like a lot of our guys are being put to rest. Well, I say that. They built all the slabs
I saw a couple
anyway.
show up. I don't know, maybe
We
there's
might
been
still
some
have
new
some
ones.
more memorial slabs to engrave.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because of the weird time jump. That's unfortunate, and it throws everything off, so I hope that it didn't throw you guys off at home. Yeah, I see a ghost. I thought I saw a ghost right there. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, you should check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/humanechoes. If you like those little shout outs you heard at the beginning of the episode, you can get one of those if you become a patron. And yeah, we really appreciate those guys. If you're just over on YouTube and you want to see more of these, you can subscribe. I've got one of these things now. That's awesome. I have a holding Joe. Maybe I'll send my Were-Mammoth to them.
Oh, wow.
See what they do with him. But that'll be next week. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember, if you like what you've been watching, you can become a member over at Patreon right now. The link is right in your face, and you will get all kinds of cool stuff.